here we are in my super tiny porch. This is where we come into the house. This is the main entry to my house, and it's brown paneling like a lot of the rest of my house. I do plan on painting this paneling in the springtime. I wanted to get to it this summer, but it never happened. So here we are. It's a complete disaster today. I am going to take the pile of clothing that is piled up out here, put it out into my vehicle so that I can drop it off at a local donation center this coming week when they're open for donations. It's only like once or twice a week. So it's been sitting out here for about 4 weeks now because I just have not remembered to go during their open donation drop-off times. We are going to take care of that stuff. I'm going to put it on my Jeep because if it's out there, it'll annoy me and then I will have to drop it off and make a point of doing so. I need to go through all of the shoes on my porch. 4 people store shoes out here for all seasons of the year. I need to get the summer sandals and shoes put away for the season, get all of our winter gear out and ready so that this space is prepped to go for a Upper Michigan frigid, snowy, blowy, cold winter. So let's get started.
I'll start by organizing this mess. That pile to the left is donate, and the blankets on the floor are guinea pig bedding that I have to shake out. There is a lot of hay dust from the guinea pig bedding that I need to now vacuum up. That pile of shoes will go into this wooden bench, and this white bin full of cans with the boxes on top are our can collection. We return those for a 10-cent deposit here in Michigan, and that cute little fox planter is from my grandma who recently passed. Now I'm just going to organize the things that need to go out, and I'm going to put them outside so I can tackle those after I get the inside of the porch all situated.
Does anyone else ever end up with random sticks and branches on their porch from children? Change of plans. I'm going to separate everybody's shoes by person and then we'll go through them for their swap out seasons because that's just what I decided I want to do. All right. Moving on to this pile, get it out into the back of my vehicle, and then we're gonna come back in and go through these shoes and get those situated out. We also need to go through coats and hats because we have some spring and summer type coats in here. I do think that before it gets to like too cold of winter, I'm probably gonna have my husband hang a shelf up here so that I can put baskets with our hat and mittens. We have a little bit of a different setup out here this year. I used to have like a long table that the hats and mitten baskets sat on, but I took that out of here for a little bit more space and utilized this instead for shoes. I did have baskets where they are all just kind of thrown in, and this has been working really, really great. But with big puffy coats, there's not a lot of ways to use the top of this for baskets. We'll try it out, but if it's not working, probably gonna have a simple shelf put up here so that I can put some baskets to organize winter hats, coats, mittens, all that fun stuff.
The dogs needed to go out, so I figured while I was out here, I would shake out all that guinea pig bedding that was waiting outside for me and take it back in. Now I'm going to tackle the donation pile. I have a bunch of clothes I just took out of my closet that I'm folding and putting in these bags, and then my Jeep that's right outside there. I'm going to load everything into the back to be donated on Friday. It's looking better already. Next, I'm going to jump to the other side of the porch and tackle this shoe tower, deciding which shoes are going, which shoes are staying, and which shoes are going away for the winter.
My poor hiking shoes. I've had these for over 20 years, and on a 25-mile backpacking trip this last fall, they completely fell apart on me, and thank goodness we had rope. I do not want to throw these away, but I think it's time for them to go in the trash. Lots of dirt and sand up here in the UP.
I'm not really sure why I cleaned the shoes out, put them back on their shelf, only to take them back off again to clean the shelf. But in my mind, as far as organizing went, that's what I needed to do to get it done. I'm going to put these hat and mittens aside until I get the bins out to store them in, but I am going to go through the coats and figure out which ones are going to go away for the winter and which ones will be staying.
Where do I keep my beach rock treasures? I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them right now. They're all so beautiful. A lot of them I want to tumble. I'm thinking I'm going to get a plastic bin from the basement and we're going to store the ones in there that I want to store. Some of these I'll probably use as decor. Like this piece of wood knot is really cool. Probably going to use that somewhere on a shelf. These kind of granite chunks or whatever they are really pretty too. So we'll see. But for right now, I'm going to get a bin to store them because I do have a rock tumbler. And so let's do that with that for now. I feel like I'm just moving clutter around at this point, but I do need to get it off of here because I'm going to try out the bins on here for hats and mittens. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put spring coats away. This hat my husband won't wear during the winter, so I'm going to put that in storage down in the basement. Do you see all that hair? There's so much down here in here. So let's go down. I'm going to put those away. I'm going to grab some storage bins and the hat bins for hats and mittens. I'm going to bring those back up and see how that works for here. And then we're going to flip it around and look at the disaster that is the hidden cubby under the bench on my porch. Okay, I went down to my basement where I have a hoard of empty storage bins, from totes to small little wicker bins. Got these two options. My thought is I have a kind of finished area of my basement where I might just put these in and put it on this really cute shelving display that I have and just put the rocks in there. When I have clients come in down into the salon, it might be give them something to look at a little bit, but I'd love to decorate with things that are found in the area that I live. And these are all treasures that my family has found while we've been on hiking trips, camping trips, beach trips, just here in the area. So these are some Great Lake Superior finds. We're gonna see which one works. I'm assuming this one. So I'm just gonna start with this one. Looking at it now, too big, and I feel like a lot of rocks will kind of fall through those holes, so. Here are the two bins that I'm hoping will fit on top of here. If not, I'm going to put a shelf up here. My only worry is that, like, my kids won't be able to reach it then, and they need to be able to reach stuff, so. Like, is that weird? I'm really working with limited space here.
And here you have it, the hoard of shoes, boots, sporting equipments, figure skates, all that. We're going to get it cleaned out, and then I'm going to decide from this pile what's staying in this bin, what's going in the trash, and what might possibly be going in the basement. The only other thing that I need to fit in here would be my daughter and myself's figure skating bags. I do teach lessons, and she does take skating. Definitely looks like we were able to get rid of enough things to fit those bags in there pretty easily, though. I'm going to use Method Wood Cleaner to clean off the bench here before we get started on vacuuming the floor finally. And to end it, we will mop the plastic mats that you see covering the area rug in here. I forgot to wipe the outside of the shoe cabinet down, but the last things that I'm going to clean in here are cleaning all the dirt and mud off of the 2 boot dryers that we always have on hand in here, and then also scrubbing off all the mud and dirt and whatever else is tracked in off of the 2 boot trays that I had here on the porch. Last but not least, we are going to clean the windows with the spray away glass cleaner, and let me know if you notice when I notice a couple of spiders. I'm going to add this lamb's ear wreath for a final touch and for a little bit of Christmas cheer before the final reveal of this porch here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and please consider hitting the like button. It really does help get my video out there. I appreciate you all being here so much. Thank you, and until next time, we'll see you then. Bye.